To Haswell E or to not Haswell E? That is the question. Okay, so I know that intro was special, but it's a question that I've had in my mind for a long time right now because I'm looking to upgrade this system. I've got an Ivy Bridge i7 3790K, 3770K, something like that I'm running at 4.2 to 4.6 gigahertz. It's a great processor, great system. But you know what? If you're a PC builder slash enthusiast slash whatever, then every few years you get that itch. You got that itch that you got to scratch because you want to upgrade. And that i7 5820K, it's calling my name. So today we're going to discuss what a new build, completely new build, Haswell build would look like versus a Haswell E build, and really see if it's really all that much more expensive to use the X99 chipset platform. And we're going to just kind of talk about the advantages and disadvantages of that. Okay, so we're going to start off by putting these PC builds side by side so it makes it super easy to see. As you can see, I've even got the price for it. Side by side, yeah, it doesn't look like that much of a difference, about $160 between the Haswell E build. However, there's a lot to be said about most of you probably already having some DDR3 memory that you can use. If you have to tack on, if you can take away that, then the Haswell build is going to cost about $110 less. In addition, some of you might already have a motherboard that you can use with a Haswell-based processor if you want to upgrade, or maybe you don't really need to upgrade at all. And if that's the case, it's really hard to allocate $2,000 of your budget towards a build that may or may not produce that great of results right now in terms of gaming over a comparable Haswell system. I mean, DDR4 certainly has not really shown any advantage at this point. I think you'll see that in the future as they tighten up the timings. They really work out the kinks, things like that. But, as of this point in time, it's not going to give you that much of an advantage. That being said, there's something to be said about future-proofing, having a Haswell E system, having a system that is DDR4 compatible, having a processor that does have 6 cores. So really, it's going to be up to whatever you want to try to do here. I like the build itself. As you can see, it uses the EVGA Supernova 1000 watt G2. G2 is my power supply of choice. I've got a post on my website that talks about the best power supplies for the money, and it's consistently what I feel one of the better quality, one of the better priced power supplies out there. If you're going to go with DDR4 memory, go with the Crucial Ballistix Sport or the other basic Crucial model. We just had a video where we talked about the benefits of using cheap DDR4 memory right now and then upgrading down the line. Crucial Ballistix Sport, fantastic. You can overclock it and you can set low timings so that it's just as good as any of the higher end fast RAMs in terms of speed and price and performance. Motherboard MSI X99S, the first version here you can get, I saw it as low as $159 the other day. Seems kind of like a steal. Overall, pretty cool build. You've got the Corsair Hydro H110. You've got my favorite hard drive right now, which is the HGST NAS 3 terabyte drive. And for Haswell here, you can see I used the gigabyte motherboard. But you know what else you can do right now is all of those Z87 motherboards, they're not going to be compatible with Broadwell. So they're super cheap. You can get the Hero 6 Republic of Gamers motherboard right now for like $100 on Amazon. So that's another question here that you have. And you can update it through the USB. So this is not something where you'd have to have, the right processor in order to update the BIOS on these Asus boards, like the Asus Z87 Pro, the ROG 6, these higher end boards, Sabertooth boards. You can just use the USB drive to update that BIOS, so you don't have to worry about that. Anyway, that's a big question here, is which you would rather go with. But if I was trying to build, if I was updating from like Sandy Bridge a few years ago, and I had an 1155 motherboard, and I was upgrading from that system, and I was going to completely start over, which would I do? Absolutely, I'd go with Haswell E. I mean, you might as well. You've got to buy everything over again anyway. I guess not the RAM, or maybe the case if you've already got that. But pretty much here, I think that I would rather go that direction than just build maybe a slightly less expensive Haswell build with similar performance, just because of the the future performance that you could get with the Haswell E. Okay, now I want to just briefly talk about the graphics card options here. You got about $600 to spend. You could go with two GTX 970s or a single GTX 980. Maybe you're thinking of running 980s and SLI down the line. That might be a good reason to do something like that. But in sheer performance, the 970 just kills. The two 970s will just obliterate the 980. Here's a quick benchmark from Battlefield 4 and Ultra in 1440p. Hopefully, if you're building a system like this, you're reaching beyond 1080p. I think we as PC gamers, that's where we're headed right now. But that really goes beyond this video, getting sidetracked a little bit. But as you can see, GTX 970, 2-way SLI, 108 FPS versus a GTX 980, 72, just 72 FPS. That's about a 36 FPS difference. That's half of the performance that you're getting in the GTX 980. That's how much of a difference that is for the exact same price. So if it's me, I'm going with the 970s here because I end up just completely replacing my system down the line, usually, rather than adding a card to do a dual configuration to it. So that's what I'd recommend you do as well. Okay, so now back to my original question, and that is kind of, hey, is it worth it to go Haswell E versus Haswell here? You know, if you've already got a Haswell system, you already have a decent processor, then I don't think it really hurts anything to wait around a little bit, maybe just update your graphics card. However, you know, if you're gonna build a completely new system, go Haswell E here. I don't really think that you need to wait till Skylake. I don't think it's gonna provide you with that much of an advantage in terms of having a PC. I think it's gonna do some pretty monumental things for laptops, things like that. But you know what? The Haswell E platform is amazing. The i7-5820K is amazing. And if you don't want to wait, then don't. I would just go ahead and build that Haswell E system right now. I am here to take your questions, guys. You can ask me in the comment section below. I also want to know what your thoughts are. You know, if you think I'm crazy, if you think I'm stupid, that's totally fine. Just show me in the comment section below. Troll me, whatever you want to do. I'm good with it. You can also go to facebook.com/Top10Gamer to join our community. And I'm here usually on the weekends, and we're doing recordings on Fridays. So typically we'll release a video now on Saturday and Sunday, or Saturday and Monday. So look for that in the future. We'll do 2 to 3 on Friday, and this will just kind of become a regular thing. Got some cool things coming up for you. Hopefully you guys like this video. If you did, press that like and subscribe button. Hopefully you guys have a great day, and we'll see you later. Ate mais.